Right, so we've come out for a walk along Glyndŵr Road again. I brought Pedro with me this time. Pee-wee.
When she falls over, I've got to take her back.
So we're going to go to Moel, Findeg, which is where I went the other day, and Pete saw the footage and said he'd come for a walk with me. It's the first time, which is good. So there he is, keeping the sun off. And we're going to go for a walk up this steep lane. Oh, it's all uphill all the way till you reach the Glyndŵr Inn, and then it levels out, so it's quite hard work, good exercise, but it's nice to have the company for a change. I'm puffing and panting. I spent all afternoon in the heat in the garden, and I felt as though I had to come for some exercise to work off the mojitos. So yeah, it's lovely, it's a nice walk, and I'm looking forward to showing Pete. So I was going to go to Nurquist Forest today. We were both going to walk to there, but when I looked at the distance, you need to set out a bit earlier than we've got now. There isn't enough time now to go there, so I decided to bring Pete and show him Moel something or other. Can't remember what the name is now. Anyway, we'll see it on the sign when we get there. I decided to show him the walk I went on yesterday, which the views from there, as you saw from the previous footage, are amazing. So just wanted to share it with Pete. Cattle, that's unusual, they're usually sheep, aren't they?
I think they're cows, Liz.
Yeah, cattle. Look at them looking.
You can tell because they've not got wool.
A bit bigger than sheep as well, I think. Big property there. So, nearly at the top, I think, of the climb. Pete's trying to make himself sound like Mr. Fit. Couple of cars coming. A bit busier today. We've seen 2 cars today instead of 0. But yeah, so still goes uphill, but it's not quite as steep now. But it's still a picturesque walk. Lovely.
You filmed this one already.
Moel Findeg, that was the name I was trying to remember. So that's where we're on our way to today. You keeping up, Pedro?
Of course.
You know. Sure.
Oh yes. I'm looking at the view.
I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing.
It's not good for me.
Perhaps bad for me.
No, no. Not getting anybody donating today, Les.
Don't know what you mean.
The Waddell Benevolent Fund.
Waddell what? You mean our retirement fund?
Arms for the poor.
I do. That's not going to happen, is it? Oh, God.
Can't see where you.
Crikey, Pedro's ahead of me. I better hurry up. That shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, there is. Yeah, there was 3 horses in here when I passed the other day.
Unless they're out on them.
Probably in the stable out of the heat and out of the flies.
Oh yeah, there's a place further on here. We've got the electric line there.
Yeah,
White one.
yeah, keep them in the field. Beautiful view though, isn't it? Amazing. There was a tree full of may like this further along the walk that we're going to go on now when we go along the bridle path, and it was humming with bees yesterday. Amazing. Or the day before. It's really nice. Nice to know that we've at least got some plants that attract the bees left, destroying them.
You're walking over the hills now, look, down that tree.
Yeah,
It's
good.
Walk.
Good trekking country. There's a lot of people, lot of trekkers out and about.
Which way do we turn, left or right?
Left. So this is the track that I went sailing past the other day. I went like a mile and a half, 2 miles further down the lane. So completely missed it, but that was Google Maps mistake. I'm blaming Google Maps. Anyway, this is the footpath. Yay, did it, yay! Going a bit off the beaten track now. Across the moors or fields.
Chased by sheep, didn't
No, they run away. Seen the pond there that that farmhouse has? Gorgeous. Yeah, well there's an arrow.
That's right.
I know, but it doesn't say where you're going though.
Top of the shoes, isn't
So Pete just said, I said, why aren't you huffing and puffing like I am? And he said, because you need the exercise more than I do. Then he started sprinting up this hill. So he's just had a click around the ear. Oh God. I give up. He doesn't know yet, but we've got to go to the top of that hill there. It's quite handy having Pete with me. He can take photographs while I take the vid. Just people left some glass bottles down there, drink bottles, just against the wall. I mean, why couldn't they put them in a bag and carry them with them? Unbelievable. Anyway, I won't kick off because it gets me going to shut up. Need to get to the top. That means he got to the top, and me. Oh, God. Not seen one person, have we, on the way up at all? There was a few people the other day, but only like 2 couples. See Moel behind you with the building on the top. It actually looks a lot further away on the GoPro footage, but we are fairly near to it really. We're not that far away.
Not that far, not that near.
An hour and a half trek if you knew the way. So Pedro's decided to bring me down the steepest, back down the steepest route, not the route I took the other day. No, it is fern, yeah. It's quite arid. We've not had much rain, have we? So I think the ferns aren't growing as they normally would. Like those in our garden are about 3 foot high. Can do. I didn't actually go up there the other day. I just went up on this bit here. Yeah, I didn't go up there.
No, we walked round instead of going down here.
Yeah, I might walk round. My shoes are a bit more slippery than yours, I think. apologising, my husband. He's lost his marbles.
I hope you're not doing that.
Well, you asked for it. Right, homeward bound, Pedro. I'm thirsty actually. Need to have a fizz stick.
Oh no, a mojito.
No, I've had enough mojito. Fizz stick with a pint of water will do me nicely.
Soupçon of gin.
A what?
Soupçon of gin.
Sheep have been down here, as you can see.
I think that's quite nice actually.
What?
Just stick gin flavoured.
No. Just a pint of water with a fizz stick will do me nicely. I'm quite thirsty now.
Cool. Can you take some caviar?
Caviar.
Caviar back.
Caviar, yeah. That would be nice to put on a plate
I think that was a giant
for our
salmon,
guests,
that one.
wouldn't it?
If you find any chocolate coloured ones, they're mine.
Plenty of doodah, isn't there? This tree up here, this tree with all the white May blossom on it. The other day it was absolutely buzzing with bees. It was really, really loud as you walked past. They were loving it. I don't know whether it is today or not.
Stripped it down.
You can actually hear them.
Sheep's sitting down in the shed.
Yeah,
Hot.
it is. It's panting. It must be so uncomfortable with all that wool, mustn't it? Must be so uncomfortable to have all that thick coat. Poor things. Yeah, they should be sheared by now, I'd have thought. Or sheared soon, if not before the heat of the summer. Real heat of the summer. I suppose it's unusual because we don't get such good weather, do we normally? In the spring, but it's been
Nobody to do it for them either.
been fantastic, hasn't it?
Some every day, I suppose, couldn't it?
Yeah. This is the tree that was so noisy the other day when we passed it. It's not quite as noisy today. No thanks. Last thing I want is to be
It is a big tree.
chased by a load of bees.
I can hear it now.
You hear it?
Yep.
Yeah, it's a low buzzing, isn't it? Low humming.
Oh, well, you like that one.
Yeah.
What's that tree called?
Sorry?
May tree, is it?
May, yeah. May blossom.
Because it wasn't in May.
Could be something to do with it being May, yeah. Sorry? Oh, God, nearly went then. His feet slid from under me. Yeah, we did. But the trouble is you don't know what's on them, do you? Well, I don't know. It depends how long they've been left. I should give them the hands a good wash when they get back. I know that. Nice place to keep horses up there, look. Isn't it? On that hillside.
Yeah.
The house. Nice trekking country. Gorgeous. Looking forward to seeing Nurquist Forest tomorrow or the next day, whenever we go. So we're homeward bound.
Lovely walk.
Lovely
Les.
walk.
Some terrific views we've seen today.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Marvellous.
Very picturesque up there, I have to say.
Oh, can't beat the Welsh views.
Yeah. Nurquist Forest perhaps tomorrow, we'll see. I might come on my own tomorrow just to test out the distance because I'm not sure how far it is. I think it's about 3 miles to get there. But then of course you've got to have enough energy to go around the forest as well, and then 3 miles back, so we'll see. I'll see how I feel tomorrow. If I think it's...
I'll be first reserve because once you get tired, ring me to tell me come and pick her up.
That could well happen actually, because it is a bit further than where we've been today, but you never know. I'm getting fitter, so I might be able to make it. We'll see.